Hello everyone, welcome. Today I wanted to show you a proof of concept I made. This is a roulette game, a entirely functional roulette game. This is not served as a beauty design or compactness. This is designed just to show how it can work. I'm sure that more capable people that will look at it can design the game in a way better manner, but I just did it for the sake of proving a concept that it's possible. So the way the game works is we basically place our bets. I line this in a row to make it easier for myself with wiring. Place our bets. This is a colony server friendly, so if somebody doesn't have permission to use your chests, they can still play. That's why we have the hoppers here, and they're locked. And once we press the button, once everyone placed their bets, we press the button. It consumes the bets, and the roulette begins. And in this particular case, the winning number was 4. So nobody won. So the way this works, and this is like, it has a few levels of complexity to it that are not really necessary. Mainly the module beneath here. But the way it works is that we place our bets, and here we have the item filters, making sure that the bets that were placed were actually the ones we're expecting, and if not, it takes the items to the trash can and it deploys them back to a user. So that's the one thing. Then once we actually filter out the items and the bet goes through, it enters in this chest. It enters this chest, and because this hopper is locked for a moment, we have just enough time to read the chest and deploy the signal over there to this little module, which sends a pulse, switches this RS no latch off, and this basically represents the fact that somebody placed a bet on this particular number. After a few seconds of delay, this signal goes through and releases this hopper and basically takes away the bet, moving it through the system. As you can see, it's stuck because it's pretty much filled up. I did a lot of experimenting here on this machine. Along with going over here to this little mechanism that locks the bet placed, it also goes down here where we read all the signals, and this is basically the pulse that goes and triggers the beginning of the game. So they all line up over here, and it extends this sticky piston, sends the signal down, goes all the way over here, then we have another sticky piston going up, and this is our randomizer mechanism. So what we do is we have this sticky piston and this redstone block are the lock mechanism for the system. We give it a signal, it quickly pulses, picking up the redstone block, and this unlocks the randomizer machine. And in this particular case, I have a chance of 1 to 8, I believe. Yeah. So 1 in every 8 attempts, you can have the golden hoe going up. This is the randomizer. This is basically controlling the length of the game. If I want a shorter game, I can just put 2 items in here. If I want the maximum length of the game, this is what I'm using right now. Basically, we put 7 items that stack up to 64 or whatever. Then we put 1 item that doesn't stack at all. And once this golden hoe goes out, we basically lock the randomizer. I'm sure there's a way to make a more compact randomizer. I just didn't bother looking it up. But for the sake of it, this is what I just came up with on the spot when building it. Once the randomizer locks out, this sticky piston gives a quick pulse and pushes the redstone block away. This, in return, retracts. This, in return, pulls the sticky piston with the slime box up, and locks down all the sticky pistons with the honey and slime blocks, along with the redstone blocks that lock in the hopper chain. Sorry in advance, this has been some time since I built it, so I'm remembering it as I go. So this is the whole core of the roulette game. It's very simple. We just have a chain of hoppers that's going in a circle. I made a small accident and I have a total of 32 plus the 0 numbers that can be picked. But theoretically, just add 4 numbers. It's not a big deal to add them. And you just make these modules a little longer. So with every single number we have, let's say in this particular case, we have this piston retracting, sending the slime blocks with the redstone upwards, and this represents the cycling of the lamps, showcasing which number is on right now. And at the same time, with every showcase of the lamps, we also send the signal down and into this gateway. And this is basically representing which number is the winner. So because we don't want anyone to begin the game, we don't want the winners to accidentally be picked before the game ends. That's why they are pushing into nothingness. And once the game actually ends, you can see that the game is not moving, but this is lit up right now. So this will always stay on, and after the game ends, after a short delay, we have this sticky piston pushing downwards and sending a quick pulse to all of these modules, and these are basically representing the lock. And once they push out, the winning number goes through, and this is essentially an end gate. Okay, what you see over here. So because the picked numbers will remain picked for however long the game goes, all we are waiting for is for the winner to be picked. And once we have both of these sides on off state, so let's go pick up a redstone block for a second. So since we have this guy up already, okay, so somebody picked it up. You can see this is locked on off, and once this goes off as well, you saw that this piston retracted, and that basically enables the line to go onwards. That basically shows that we have a winner. So that is that part. This has a lot of complexity to it, as I said, so it takes a second to actually figure out what is going on here. Once we have a winner pick, I'm hoping I'm not really skipping on anything, so I'm sorry. Once we have a winner picked, we are sending a signal on this line. That basically resets all of those RS null latches, getting them back to a state where we can play the game again. And resets the RS null latches, and it sends the signal onwards to another reset system we'll talk about later. So once we have the winner and the end gate is retracted, we have the quick signal going through. That pulses this RS null latch, representing the fact we have a winner. Time to give the prize winnings. Okay, and from there we just basically take the line all the way over here, and here this is like an optional module that I've added for the sake of it. So this module represents how many people placed a bet on a single number. So let's say we have 3 people place the bet, so for every person, this redstone torch is going to be off, and this will allow these bows to travel to the other side. Every bow represents a signal strength of 3. So every third block, we have a piston, a sticky piston pushing downwards. And the winning number goes through all of these pistons, of these blocks, and they go to the line down below and travel outwards. So let's go with the scenario that I fuck it up and accidentally left click. Oh, this should have worked with me dipping around, but as you can see, we accidentally enabled that. So like, yeah, we have 5 people that won. And because we have 5 people that won, you can see that just subtracted. And the signal is gonna keep going all the way here. It's gonna stay on for all of the amount of time in which we are sending the winnings. So this is the system where we are basically giving the winners their prize. And this clock goes around and giving the items to the people. This is a very small and simple design. I just threw it in there. It's just a distribution system. For every person winning, you get a total of 32 items that are 36 items that are being distributed onwards. And at the same time, this is the reset system that we've talked about. So we want to make sure that we give all the people their prize money. And right after that, once we finally finish with this mechanism, this piston will be retracted and gonna go down. And this repeater will stop blocking this repeater from the off state. So let's suppose we are currently winning, right? So you can see it locked it. After some time of giving the winnings, this reset system we've talked about earlier is gonna push out, and it will attempt to send a signal, right? It will attempt to send a signal. This is the command to reset these modules, the multiple people place the bet module. So once we finish giving the prizes to the winners, you can see it releases this repeater and it sends the signal onwards to all of the systems, and it makes sure that each and every one of them is released. Why are you on? Alright, then. But that's about it. We also have this system. These RS NOR latches are being reset from, let's see, from this sticky piston. Make sure that they will be reset in time. This comes in right after we have a winner declared, as we no longer need to know any more winners. But yeah, that's pretty much about the system. As I said, the multiple people placing their bets is not essential. This is something I just added since I know more than one person can actually place a bet on a single number in a proper roulette game. So I just added that on top. So you can just cut this all of this and the majority of this system out and just connect it to a distribution system where they just give out a certain amount of items per win, and this end gate can be changed a little bit, I suppose, as well. But yeah, so this is about it. This is the proof of concept system. It was a pretty fun project we did on my Twitch channel. You can see it on the top left. You are more than welcome to go in and hop in and give a follow. We might have a few more projects coming up in the future like this, so just fun redstone activities, proving the possibilities. I'm currently thinking about a slots machine game. I'm not sure when we'll do it, but this is an idea that's like sitting currently and will advance at some point. There's a world download for this in the description. You are more than welcome to take it. In case my explanation was not clear enough and I just rambled a little bit too much for your taste, you can go down to the description, download the world, and see for yourself this monstrosity. As said, this is a proof of concept. Most likely there's a way to make it even more compact than what you see right here. But again, this is what I managed. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitch if you are interested to see more, and Have a wonderful day.